This is the AJ podcast.
Yo, this is the AJ podcast. I am Jay.
And I'm A.
In this podcast, we're going to
About the LGBTQ plus community.
we are going to be talking to members of staff from the youth zone about diversity within the LGBTQ plus community. Say your name and then say what I was supposed to say.
I'm Ian, I'm head of music media at Wigan Youth Zone, and we're doing a short podcast about LGBTQ PIA+.
Jeez, that's a mouthful.
Speak straight to mouthful.
So, can we just go around, tell everybody who's here?
Hello, I am Jay, and I'm the best DJ in the world.
Hi, I'm Nikki. I'm Deputy Youth Manager at Wigan Youth Zone, and I'm the sickest rapper in Wigan. But I'm not from Wigan.
From Manchester.
Whichever area you're in.
Tell me from
All
Manchester.
I can say that I've got nothing to say.
My name is Anna. Got
Yeah.
sick style. Most stylish person in the room.
Not me. Nah.
No, definitely not you.
Why? Am I too basic?
Not me.
How is she doing stylish? I've got my Vans. I got my 5 Vans.
Yo, Gary, easy, just straight up legend in general, with bare opinions,
Bare
anger.
Bare facts he has.
And peace and love.
Right, so we've made a bit of a list of some things to touch on, so I'll let Jane introduce the first point that we're going to make.
We got straight pride. That was the first one.
Ooh,
Very controversial.
Don't get me started on straight pride.
I bet you'll be like, oh yeah, we need it.
No, obviously.
Hey, are you joking me?
Well, you got
I was
glow
straight
on,
in
so
there saying nay. Don't need it.
No.
I've got glow on as well.
I feel the same way I feel about straight pride is the way I feel about all lives matter. Like, it is not their conversation, it is not their argument, and you know, straight people don't need a pride because straight people are
Don't get
celebrated
beef.
every day. Yeah, exactly. Straight people are challenged on the street, attacked for being
Who
sexuality that they are. Yeah, they're not. You know, they get overexposure in the media all the time. You know, they've got representation. They don't need to fight for equality. That's what we're still fighting for the LGBTQ plus community. So straight pride is a moot point.
It is a downer, innit? I'm not about straight pride. I think we only need to look as far as like any topics for music videos and films and only ever dictating straight relationships and stuff like that. I think it's really quite narrow.
Just out of interest, who's pushing for straight pride in
All
general?
the straight people.
Believe me, there are
Straight
people.
people.
Not all the straight
Not all the
people.
straight
No, not
people,
all.
because
Oh,
Hashtag
gay people.
not all
Oh, yeah, we need
straight
straight
people.
pride, don't we? No.
No, because
It's not gonna
No.
happen.
it's
Irrelevant.
I understand that.
stupid idea,
Well,
because
That's
not needed.
That's it, innit? It's
No.
not,
No one's
it's not
getting
all
any
straight
beef.
people, is it?
Exactly.
Unnecessary.
I think sometimes though, I think a lot of it comes from like trolls on the internet. I think sometimes people do it to kickstart a bit of a debate and things like that, and for a bit of attention really, because you know it's a provocative
Yeah.
subject. But you know, people, as I always say to people who make this argument, are welcome to Pride as allies, and
Yeah.
you know, encouraged to support. As we've got those people in the youth zone, members and staff who are identify straight or whatever they identify as, and support Pride in the same way. So yeah, I just think it's just
Yeah, I think it's about for me. It's about taking pride in your sexuality and being proud of other people for doing the same. And I think that if you take that much pride in your own sexuality, but you poo-pooing anybody else's sexuality, then that's like
I said poo a lot today. I know.
yeah, I do. It's on my list, isn't it? Word of the day.
And gender as well. It's
Yeah.
Not just
No,
sexuality.
exactly.
Yeah.
Gender identity as well.
What about yous? I think that Jay and Anna will have a better idea than me or other staff, mainly because I
We're
don't
old.
use the internet half as much and I'm dusty.
Dusty.
So, do you think that the internet being a faceless sort of platform makes it easier for people to be negative towards anyone whose sexuality might be different from theirs, or gender, or might just be different to what the norms have dictated for so long?
Yeah.
It's definitely a problem.
What do you think of that has on other young people?
It's like saying to someone, you can't be the way you are. It's ridiculous that people think that they can't. Like, if you wanted to wear a red jumper, but you're not allowed to because everyone else is wearing a pink jumper, it's just stupid. Like, why can't everyone else be? Why can't someone be different?
I agree.
Makes no sense.
The next topic we're going to be talking about is LGBTQ+.
Well, LGBTQIA+.
You
Is
got
that
it
right?
wrong. LGBTQPIA+.
I've learned a few of these today, me. Just today.
I think I need to. It sounds like anyway. Come on,
I didn't know.
Explain
didn't
the
know.
add-ons.
Right. So it's lesbian, gay, bi, trans. Questioning. I say questioning because queer is a very negative term.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, but it's like if someone came up to us, a gay person, oh, you're queer, you, then they get offended because it's like it's
Yeah,
been made into
I
a
think-
negative term.
Yeah, it has, but I think in some ways it's also been claimed, and I know a lot of people that identify as queer. In fact, I would probably identify as queer. Queer just means other. Queer means different. Queer, you
Thought
know.
it meant strange.
Well, yeah, different.
Yeah,
you
but
know.
but it's like the M word. The slave owners have claimed the N word and used it in a negative way, and that's why people get offended when people say the N word. It's like,
Well, I think this is like what I was saying to you before about saying, excuse me, oh, something's well gay. It's like,
Yeah, it's been weaponised.
is a rainbow coloured like fluffy wig well gay, or is it a silly wig? Do you know what I mean? It's like it's about whether individuals are choosing to take ownership of that language and use it themselves, or whether that language is being used to direct nastiness towards
Definitely, it's
somebody
context, isn't it? That's what all language has semantics, and like whether what the meaning of how you're saying it. But I think there's a lot of people in the gay community that do use the word queer as a way of identifying, and it's not meant in with any negative tones. So yeah, but it's opinion, and you've got respect. If someone doesn't like to be called that, you have to understand it. It's what you identify as. It's not what someone chooses to call you.
Yeah. This goes back to what we were saying before, didn't it, when we was walking upstairs about well, if it's a gender thing, why do you think there is an issue with young people especially making an issue out of that for each other?
I don't know. It's like being a cis het man is the default.
Yeah.
Of a cis het woman.
What's that mean?
Cis is not trans and het is straight, and a man is a man.
So a cisgender person is a person that identifies as the gender that they were assigned at birth. So you were born with the same genitals that match
Just
how
for
you
anyone
feel.
that didn't know, I didn't know.
And then
So that kind of leads on to what our next point is as well, which is stereotypes. So do you think there are any stereotypes, I'm not saying about the LGBTQIA plus community, I'm saying about are there stereotypes of the people who are direct negative energy towards that community?
Not really.
Or do you feel as though the LGBTQ plus community purposely doesn't stereotype anybody else as it's about equality?
Well, some people, some of our community, can stereotype people. It's like we stereotype ourselves.
Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing?
it's not.
I think.
It's a bad thing. It's not exactly.
Yeah, but if my sister, she's gay, she stereotypes it herself. It's like my mum, she's black and she's stereotyped herself. It's not really bad if you're stereotyping yourself.
Yeah. It's like, for example, we have a discussion in the office regularly because I wear pink all the time and I really like pink, but there seems to be a sub-context to that sort of like, oh, you wear pink all the time.
That's a feminine colour.
Yeah, is it a feminine
It's not
thing
though,
or
is
is
it?
it an effeminate thing? And
I feel really strongly about stereotypes, especially like around gender stereotypes and stuff. I actually run an organisation called No Agenda, which is all about sort of lifting the limitations of gender stereotypes on young people. And I feel like at a very young age, a society is still enforcing stereotypes according to gender. Like, we have gender reveal parties. Is it pink? Is it blue? And it's just, those stereotypes can have really, really adverse effects on young people's development and the choices that they make. Whether, you know, still young people today, more people that identify as male go to subjects like STEM subjects, maths, science and technology, and there's a lot more people identify as female that go for like childcare subjects and things like that, because there's a stereotype that if you do that, you're gay or you're feminine, or like you're a weirdo. Why would a boy want to do that subject? And they're just societal stereotypes. There's nothing to say that as a male or a female or whoever you are, whatever you identify as, that you can't do these jobs. And I think that really it's kind of on your generation, you guys, to challenge them and continue to challenge them and start different conversations. And I think that's a big part of what Pride is, you know, not, like you said, not just about sexuality, but about challenging that we should all be represented, we should all have representation, we should all have equality, basically, and it's not happening right now.
It's like if I said to someone, oh, like a boy can get pregnant, and be like, no, they can't. It's like, yes, they can. It's like, if you're trans FDM, it's like female to male, then you're still a boy, so you can't get pregnant, and you're still a man. It's like if people, it's like stereotypes. It's like, oh, boys need to have short hair and girls need to have long hair, and boys can't wear pink because they'll be seen as gay, and like girls can't wear blue because it's like, they'll be like, oh, you're gay, you. It's like.
Or do you think that's made possible in schools, and do you think that consistently happens in schools? Do you think that's something that, like, is still happening?
I had to ask 3 teachers to get my hair cut, because, and they referred me to another person in the school saying you can't have it any shorter than this.
That's bizarre,
isn't it?
See, like, when I was at high school,
It was
that is disgusting.
And then I had to get a picture up, and they were looking at the side saying, is that shaving? I said, no, it's not. And all 3 of them are arguing against each other whether I should get it done, because the sides weren't allowed to be shaved.
That's crazy to me.
Yo, thank you for listening to our podcast.
Stay tuned, because next time we'll be talking to members of staff about their coming out stories. Bye.